I'm going to say this and I'm going to try my best to fix it as best as possible to bring it across to you. Caribbean people and all Jamaica people, Trinidad people, they are highly sex. So they will talk about sex all the time. And nothing is wrong with that. But you have to know what you're saying and when you're saying it and how you're saying it. That is what matters. I don't have anything against oral sex. What people do in their bedroom is their business, is not my business. So once they're happy, they do whatever they want to do. Even the Bible tells you to eat what your stomach can digest. So if your stomach can digest SHITTTTT, eat whatever your stomach can digest. Welcome back to another video. If you are new here, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, welcome. And if you haven't subscribed as yet, please do so. If you do not know who I am a Jamaican currently in Trinidad and Tobago, and this is my YouTube channel, so welcome to my space. Today I am making this video. I'm going to talk about my perception of, I don't want to say Trinidadian, but my perception of Trinidad when I just came here. In the first week, maybe like less than a week, the first few days when I came here, what I observed and what I think about what I observe. Remember, this is perception. Sorry about the noise on the outside as usual. So this is perception, and perception is neither wrong nor right. Everybody perceives things every day. They perceive things about people, they perceive things about different situations. A lot of people perceive a lot of things is because the way how they look at things, the way how they observe things, and the first thing that comes to their mind is what they perceive about the situation or about the person. And I am no different. So I'm going to share with you 4 things that I perceive within maybe the first 4 days or 5 days here. It was less than a week. This was my first time traveling, my first time coming to Trinidad, first time everything, first time to the airport, first time on the plane, first time everything. So everything was new to me. And of course, you're going to a new place for the first time, you're going alone. You're going to observe stuff and you're going to perceive stuff. So that is what happened with me. I am going to share it with you. Today I make some notes because I don't plan to be all over the place. You know, sometimes I will make a video and I'll talk for like 40 minutes, yap. And then when I edit the video, it's just 10 minutes makes sense. So today I said, I don't have all the time for all that talking, so let me just make some notes and stick to my points. So while doing this video, I will put in some pictures to explain what I'm saying, so if you're not a Trinidadian, it will help you to better understand what I'm trying to say or what I'm saying. Right? I came here in the night. I was staying with another Jamaican, so in the morning I had somewhere to go and it was in Port of Spain. So I thought that this girl was going to follow me to Port of Spain. That is what I thought. But she said no, she cannot follow me because she has to go to work and she cannot afford to miss work. You know how it is. I get scared right now because I was like, this is my first time in the country. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know nobody. So why she want me to go on the road alone? And she was like, don't worry about it. Trinidad is not as big as Jamaica. Trinidad is a small place and it's very difficult to get lost in Trinidad. That's not true. You can lost anywhere. She was saying, wherever I'm going, once I can read, ask questions, and then I will get to where I'm going without any problems. Well, long story short, I was able to get where I was going, but there was some little misunderstanding along the way. I was in the town of Arima. Arima is like a little town. If you're in Jamaica, it would be like Falmouth or Lucy. So I was going to the capital, and the capital of Trinidad is Port of Spain. I didn't know where to take the bus. I didn't know the streets. I didn't know anything. Remember, I came in the country the night before, and the following morning I was on the road going somewhere. When the taxi leave me in the town of Arima, the girl said to me, take a bus and go to Port of Spain. Well, We know it as bus in Jamaica. Over here they call it maxi taxi, and there are different types of maxi taxis that goes to different locations. So you have the red band, green band. When they say red band, it's the color around the maxi. I will put in a picture here to show you so you will understand what I'm saying. They call it red band, B-A-N-D, maxi taxi. I didn't know that here in Trinidad the maxi taxi was actually different from the bus. So when I reached into Arima, I was standing looking around, looking around. I didn't see any red band maxi taxi. I saw a man and I told the man that I need to get to Port of Spain, but I don't know where to take the bus. He started to give me directions and he was saying, go on that street and that street and that street and go there and you'll reach the bus park and you can take the bus from there. And I said to the man, I told him the truth, I don't even know where he was talking. I didn't know the name of the street, I didn't know where to turn. So I told him the truth. The man took me to the bus park, or close enough to the bus park where I could see the bus. He said to me, over there is where they take the bus. So when I look across the street, I was like, this is not the bus I'm referring to. I'm referring to the other type of buses that goes to Port of Spain. And the man was like, maxi taxi? I said, I don't know what it is, but these are not the buses that I know that go to Port of Spain. The man said, well, this is what we call bus in Trinidad and Tobago, and he walked away. Because obviously the man was going about his business, he might be late or he is hurrying to go somewhere, and he walked away. So now I'm on my own again, trying to find the maxi taxi to get to Port of Spain. And here in Trinidad and Tobago, when you take the bus, they do not handle money on the bus. You have to buy a bus ticket, and then while boarding the bus, you show them your bus ticket, similar to the JUCT bus in Jamaica. My perception of the situation, I was like, this man don't know bus. The chichi bus, as we call it in Jamaica, is the long buses, or they call them road sweepers. So the reason why they call them road sweepers is because they stop at every bus stop and they will let off and pick up passengers. So I didn't want to go on that bus because maybe it's gonna take too long for me to reach Port of Spain. This man don't know what I'm talking about. Well, in fact, it was me did not explain myself properly. In different parts of the world, people have different names for the same thing. In Jamaica, they call it the coaster bus. Over here in Trinidad, they say maxi taxi. And then the long buses, they call them the JUCT bus. When they just came out, those buses, they refer to them as chichi bus. In Jamaica, chichi is referring to like homosexuals. I don't know why they say that, but we are a weird set of people sometimes when it comes on to naming things and discriminating against things. Yes, it's sad, but it's true. So that was one of the perceptions that I had here my first day on the road in Trinidad and Tobago. I must say that while walking on the road, I just saw a random lady and I was talking to her and I asked her where I could get a bus to go to Port of Spain, and that random lady was a Jamaican, and she was like, are you new here? And I said yes. She was nice enough to take me to where the maxi taxis are, which they refer to the red band maxi taxi. So she take me there and she ensured that I went on a bus and we exchanged numbers, and from that day we became good friends. And she was like, let me know when you reach Port of Spain. When I reached Port of Spain, I called her and I let her know that I reached Port of Spain and everything was okay. From there, we started talking good. Unfortunately, the friendship had to come to an end. But I'll make a video about that at another time and let you know what really happened. Our friendship didn't last long. Wolf in sheep clothing, you have to be aware of everybody, but you have to be aware of people who always want to help you and always want to do something for you. But the truth of the matter is, or to cut long story short, as Jamaicans would say, I was able to get to Port of Spain and I get back safe. Still new in Trinidad, still less than a week. So I was on the road again. It is school time and I saw the children on the road, they're going to school. In Jamaica, children that are going to primary school do not wear short pants to school. They do not wear the short pants at the knee or in the middle of their leg to go to school. No. Once you go into primary school, you wear long khaki pants. So it was so surprising for me to see these big boys go into primary school in short pants. And some of these boys, they are tall boys, tall as me or even taller than me, in short pants going to school. And some of them, their short pants was in the middle of their leg. The ones with the short pants at their knee, it wasn't so bad. But the ones in the short pants in the middle of their legs, I was like, why they have to wear short pants to school and the pants is so short? And in my head I was like, these boys wearing body rider to school. In Jamaica, body riders are short shorts. So these little short thing up under your butt, yes. But it wasn't up under their butt, but it was in the middle of their leg, and I was like, well, I sent my child to school in a body rider. And I started smiling to myself. Sometimes you see me on the road smiling, it's just because of things that I'm observing and things that is going through my mind. And then with that short pants, his socks was in the middle of his leg. This is how you dress persons who are going to preschool. And even in Jamaica, most preschool boys, they do not wear short pants. Maybe the little fine tiny babies, they will wear short pants. But as soon as they start to get older, they wear the long pants. And yes, that was the first thing that came to my mind. The boy going to school in a body rider. It's my bad to think like that, but it is the truth. That is what came to my mind. So I'm just sharing what came to my mind at the time. The next perception that I had when I came here, this is still less than a week, just a few days here. There was a KFC nearby, so I don't know the places. I don't know where to go, so I didn't want to venture too far. There was a nearby KFC. I went to KFC just to get a quick meal. So while waiting there to place my order, there was a man on the other side of the restaurant, and he was complaining that his chicken was too small. Yes, the man was cursing. So the way how he was behaving, he was drawing all the attention to himself. Everybody turned around to look at him, complaining about his chicken too small. I looked around, and when I saw the man with long locks. In Jamaica, once your hair is locked, you're considered to be a Rasta. Back in the time, this is a long time ago, not now. Now people just wear lock hair as a style. But at that time, in Jamaica, a lot of people was wearing lock hair just for style, especially if you're a man. When we saw a female wearing lock hair style, we don't really think immediately that they're part of the Rastafarian faith. No. When you see this female and you see how they dressed and maybe how they talk, you could say, alright, these persons just wearing their locks just for style. Now, but when you see a man with lock hair, automatically you're gonna think that, this man is a Rastafarian. The man at the time, he had long hair, long lock hair. And I was like, this man in KFC quarreling over meat, he's a Rasta. So he shouldn't be in here. Little did I know that here in Trinidad, when you see all these people locking their hair, it's just for style. They weren't a part of the Rastafarian religion. I didn't know, to be honest, I didn't know. I thought that once your hair locked, you'll be considered to be a Rasta. It wasn't like that. My bad, I didn't know, but that is what I think at the time. And I said, no sir, this man is not a real Rasta, he's a bobo. In Jamaica, bobo is like, your life is not 100% based on the Rastafarian faith. So they will call you a bobo. Once you involve in certain things, or you're a part of certain things that is not considered a part of the Rastafarian religion, then they will consider you to be a bobo. So I was like in my mind, this man is a bobo. He's not a real Rasta. Real Rasta don't quarrel for chicken. A real Rasta don't quarrel for meat. I was just looking at the man and smiling. That is my perception number 3. What I think at that time. I'm going to say this and I'm going to try my best to fix it as best as possible to bring it across to you. Caribbean people and all Jamaica people, Trinidad people, they are highly sex. So they will talk about sex all the time. And nothing is wrong with that. But you have to know what you're saying and when you're saying it and how you're saying it. That is what matters. Back to the same topic of Rasta. I was at the bus stop waiting on a bus to go home. Still new in Trinidad, less than a week. So I am at the bus stop, me and my naive self. So this man was beside me talking to another man, and they were talking loud enough so I could hear what they were saying. He was sporting a so-called Rastafarian hairstyle, dreadlocks, locks, whatever you call it. He have long locks. The man was talking about oral sex. So I was like, no man, this man is not a Rasta. There I go again. Oh, you're supposed to be a Rasta and you're talking about oral sex. That is what I was saying about myself. And then sometimes people say that women discuss other women or they discuss their relationship. Men do it too. Like you is a Rasta and you're just on the road talking about a next woman and your sex life just like that. So I said, no man. And there and I smiling to myself and I said, no sir. Trinidad Rasta totally different from Jamaican Rastas. That is what I was saying to myself. Oh God, lack of knowledge is a serious thing, you know. Let me just put it this way before I go any further. I don't have anything against oral sex. What people do in their bedroom is their business, is not my business. So once they're happy, they do whatever they want to do. Even the Bible tells you to eat what your stomach can digest. So if their stomach can digest SHITTTT, eat whatever your stomach can digest. That is their business. Jamaicans, they have a taboo on a lot of things. Weird enough. That is all we have. We put taboo on a lot of stuff. With him being a Rasta saying all those stuff, the first thing that comes to my mind is that he's fake. The man was talking about what he have done to the girl, how he set the girl, and how he milked the girl like a cow, and how she screamed, and how she behaved. And I just couldn't help it. I just started laughing, and I turned around and I looked at him, and the man smiled, and I was like, no man, he's not a Rasta. For real, he's not a Rasta, he's a bobo. But then again, who is me to judge somebody? But I'm just sharing my perception with you. These were some of the things that I thought about Trinidadians when I came here, and I went on the road for the first few days, less than a week. But as I normally tell people, knowledge is power. And sometimes you have to expose yourself to other people and other culture, because sometimes when you're in a situation, for example, you're in Trinidad and Tobago, or you're in Jamaica and you just stay in Jamaica and stay in one section of Jamaica, you don't know what the rest of the world is like, or you don't know what other sections of the world is like. So sometimes you have to get out of your comfort zone, go somewhere else, explore somewhere else. And maybe you won't think like me, but as I said before, this was a long time ago. I was young. It was I was much younger. I'm still young. That was my first time traveling, and those are the things that come in to my mind. And this have a lot to do with socialization, nurture, and nature. Now you grew up in an environment. This is just an example. All your life you're hearing something about a particular person or a particular place, and you never went there, never experienced it. You yourself is going to believe. But when you go there, or when you meet the person and you get to discover certain things, sometimes you realize that the things that you're hearing is not true. And I can say that about quite a few places that I've went to. I've went to Mexico, and I'm here in Trinidad and Tobago. When I told persons I'm going to Mexico, they said, oh, the cartels are going to kill you. When I told person that I'm going to Trinidad is violent, but is Jamaica better? So that is why I'm saying sometimes you cannot just listen to hearsay and make decisions. You have to read and educate yourself and try to network with people who have experience in certain things that you'd like to know. Because then you're going to think like me. This is just my perception of what I think, what I believe when I just came here. If you have made it so far in the video, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so that you will know whenever I post a video. Please remember to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend to check out my videos, and while doing so, ensure that you yourself is already subscribed to the channel.